All right, class. I don't know what that was. Today is Wednesday the 30th. These are the assignments that are going to be due this week. We have our cluster test. It's going to be Friday because remember, it's really short. There's no reason for it to take 2 days. And plus, that gives me an extra day to help you prepare, and that's needed. All right. So today we're going to work on our warm up, which you've already completed. I'm having high expectations that you have completed that. I want to go over the warm up, and then I need to model for you solving equations involving roots. Okay, that's the last thing that we have to do, and we're gonna do our study guide tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna practice, of course. We're gonna practice this today. Make sure we have that down pat. I gave you that worksheet already, but if you have misplaced it, I'm gonna give you another worksheet on equations and roots. Okay. Tonight you have your homework, Wednesday's homework that's in the packet. Um, the homework help video, Miss Savadra's doing that one again today, which is really nice of her. So I will again, it's posted in Canvas, guys. So if you didn't get it in Remind, just look in Canvas. It's there, okay? I will post that this afternoon. Um, and then of course we have our study guide tomorrow. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Let's take out our planner so we can write. Is anybody still writing the stuff for today? Okay. Give us a minute. Let me pause for the calls.
Siri here. Let me know if I can help.
No, Siri, you can't help. All right, so let's go to week 1 of the 4th quarter. We already started that. Okay. Please check off if you completed. If nobody in here came to know, well, he came in for a couple seconds tutoring. Help video, if you watched it, check it off. If you studied your notes, check that off. Oh, I didn't put homework on here. And if you completed the homework, of course, check that off. For Wednesday, writing it in pencil. Got Math 8. Let me move this down a little bit because I'm going to have something to write for Math 1. So I'll put Math 8 a little bit down here. And for Math 8, we have our homework. We need to make sure that we study our notes. Okay? And don't forget about watching the help video. So when you're finished with those things, please check it out. And we're going to do our study guide tomorrow during class. But if we don't finish the study guide during class, which you should, it's not long, but it is going to be for homework if you don't finish it. There is a study guide video. So we'll do the study guide first, and then you go back and watch the video. Any questions? Anybody still writing? Okay, let me pause. All right, so now let's go over the warm-up. All right, so let's look at it. It says place the numbers in order from greatest this time to least, and then classify them as rational or irrational. So remember, when you're putting them in order, you convert them to decimals, line up by the decimal, and compare from left to right. So we're going to do this decimal, square root of 35. That means this is calculated active, okay, because you can't write the decimal for a irrational number by hand. So you can estimate it, but you can't completely write a decimal. So this is calculated active. How do I type in the square root of 35? Second x squared. Very good, babe. And then 35. Okay. All right. So we got this 5.91. Let's do 5.91. Okay. And then we got 6 as a decimal. So we got 6.0. And then we got 38 divided by 6. So type in 38 divided by 6 and press enter. What decimal does that give us? This one right here, baby. 6 point, what'd you say? 3. What else? 3. And it's repeating, is it not? Yeah, it's repeating. All right, so we're going to put the repeating sign there. And then we got 5.3. And it stops, so that we're going to put a 0 here as a placeholder. So now it's greatest to least instead of least to greatest like we've been doing. So let's compare. Here, look. Look at this first column. Which one of these is the largest number? The sixes. So look at the sixes. Let's go to the next number. Which of these is the largest number? The 3. So this is first. So that's going to be this one. We write this one first. 38 over 6. Is this rational or irrational? It's rational. It's written as a fraction, right? This is rational. Okay, so let's do the next one. So mark this one out. What's the next to the largest? The 6. Is that rational or irrational? Rational. Okay, mark that out. Now let's go back to the 5s. They're the same. Let's go to the next number, 9 and 3. Which one is the largest? 9. So we're doing this one first. The square root of 35. Is the square root of 35, is it rational or irrational? Irrational. Oh, who said that? Look at you, girl. That's irrational. It's a non-perfect root. And then the last one is 5.3. Is 5.3 rational or irrational? It's rational. Good job. Okay. Sorry, I kind of went long way because they wanted us to write if it was rational or irrational. All right. Any questions about how to put numbers in order? You okay? Got it right. Good. I'm so proud. All right. So now let's do the second one. It says, let me pause. All right. So circle the whole number. So we're going to circle the ones that are whole numbers. Thank you. We're going to circle the ones that are whole numbers. What's this one right here? Negative, you say it again?
3.
It's 3. Is this a whole number? Circle it. 0, is 0 a whole number? Circle it. Is -7 a whole number? No, it is. It's real, it's rational, and it's an integer, but it is not a whole number. Integer. I got too many R's. All right, and let's look at the last one. Is the last one a whole number? Okay, pi divided by pi is going to count. The pi's are going to cancel out. And we're left with what? We're left with 5. So is that a whole number? Because the pi's are not there anymore. So yes, this is a whole number. So circle it. It's real, it's rational, it's an integer, and it's a whole number. It's also a natural number, right? All right, any questions? Let's make the bathroom break quick so we can come back and do what we need to do. Let's take out your notebook so we can paste this right here down. And then we're going to do equations. You got it? All right. Let's take out our notebook. On page 6. I'm going to have to move some of these cords because one day I break my neck moving back and forth. So these cords gotta go. Let's look and see because I don't have it memorized. We're in different places in my classes. All right, so we did 5 yesterday, so today's gonna be page 6, and it's gonna be the booklet, okay? You have a glue stick in your little pouch that's connected to your desk. Yes. What was page 3? 1. Let's put it in now. Page 1 is categorizing real numbers, the cut and paste activity. All right, so let's go ahead and paste that. I'm going to pause so we can start pasting. We're going to paste this page right here on page 6. The title of page 6 is going to be Square/Cube Roots Booklet. I'm going to pause so I can get my glue stick. Page 6. We're going to paste this down, this booklet on page 6. I think I put an extra glue in one of those things for you, DJ. All right, so this is Q4, page 6, square slash cube roots booklet. Okay, and paste that down. Pause to give you a chance to get that completed, okay? Okay, so, all right, guys, let's bring it together. All right, these are your perfect squares and perfect cubes. I do want you to paste these down. These are the multiplication facts that I need you to know by heart. 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 6, 7 times 7, 8 times 8, 9 times 9, 10 times 10, 11 times 11, 12 times 12, 13 times 13. Then I need you to know the perfect cubes by heart. 1 times 1 times 1, 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times 3 times 3, 4 times 4 times 4, 5 times 5 times 5. I need you to know all these perfect cubes and all the perfect squares. Take your. All right, so let's paste these down. These are the ones I need you to know by heart. I'm going to give you a quiz on this, not this Friday, but next Friday. That gives you 2 full weeks because you've already had time. That gives you 2 full weeks to learn these multiplication facts. Any questions about what I said? This one, the last one was practice. This one will be for a grade. Huh? We're gluing this down on page 7. Huh? Yeah. Here you go. Pass this over to Jane. This is page 7. That was the booklet. We paste down the booklet that we did this one. All right, so Q4, page 7, and it's perfect squares, and perfect cubes. Please take advantage of this and study. The ones you already know, check those off and have somebody call out the ones that you don't know. A friend, a parent, anybody. Just have them call those out to you so you'll know them. Yes, no, she won't. I'm going to text her. No, I can text her and be like, please help her. And she won't be mad. She'll do the best she can. She'll do the best that she can. She really will. Your mama's a good person. All right, here we go. She might not be able to do it every day, but she'll try. All right, let's do page 8. You gotta realize people got jobs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta do your part. Help them out. All right, Q4, page. Dang, y'all, I forgot just that quick. Page 8. Miss Reyes is crazy. All right, this is going to be solving equations using cube and square roots, okay? That's a long title, so I'm going to put it here. I put page. Y'all see that? All right, this one is solving equations using square and cube roots. We already did this, but I didn't officially give you notes on it, okay? So these are my official notes. What'd you say, baby? 7 is the cube, square and cube root sheet. Perfect squares and perfect cubes. And I want you to study that because not this Friday, but next Friday you have a quiz on those. Okay? All right, the last one was just practice. I didn't even put that in the grade book. It wasn't that good. But the next one is the real deal, okay? Yeah, it wasn't. Only a couple people did good, but the rest of us, not so much. Not so much. All right, so we're going to do better than that. Okay, so look at these. These are the ones that we need to know. We have x squared. We're going to do an example. X to the second power, or x squared, is equal to 25. Real easy one. We're going to start off there first. When we're solving an equation, we got to get x by itself. Look at what's attached to x squared. What did I tell you was the opposite of squaring a number? What is the opposite? What is the opposite? We need to write it. Of squaring. Ladies, stop talking. Shh. A number. That's a question. What's the opposite of squaring it? Now, somebody said cubing. No, that's cubing. It's not, they're not opposites. But what's the opposite of squaring a number? No, that's multiplication. The opposite of division is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. Okay, so not squaring. What's the opposite of squaring a number? Nope. The opposite of subtraction is addition. The opposite of addition is subtraction. Not cubing. That's to the third power. Yes. What's that called? We just started doing that. It's called square root. The opposite of squaring a number is finding the square root of that number. It's off. The bells are off. So the opposite of squaring a number is square root. So in order to get rid of x to the second power, to get rid of this square, you have to find the square root on both sides. This is the symbol for square root. Square root is just like saying what number can be multiplied times itself to give you that number under the radical. What can be multiplied times itself to give you x squared? Just x alone. So x, the square root of x squared is just x. Square root of 25. What number can be multiplied times itself to give you 25? 5. So the square root of 25 is 5. And this is our answer. That didn't look too bad, did it? All right, let's try another one. Number 2. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do 49. Shh, ladies, guys, I don't know who is talking.
She was explaining. I had asked her what something meant.
Oh, okay. Let's do another letter beside x and let's do n squared. We're going to solve it the same way. Okay, good deal, babe. All right, so what is the opposite? Notice we got to get n by itself. Look at what's attached to n. The square. The 2, which is square. It is. How do we get rid of this square?
Do you do it by itself?
How do you get it by itself? How do you get n by itself? How do you get rid of this 2? Square root. Very good. The opposite of squaring a number is finding the square root. So you're going to do square root on each side. Good, Isaiah. What's the square root of 49? 7. 7 times 7 is 49. What's the square root of n squared? N. N times n is n squared. This is our answer, 7.
Is that n squared?
This is n squared.
The other one.
That's just regular n. All right, number 3. Let's do y to the second power is equal to 36. What do we do to get y by itself? Find the square root. We're doing the square root on both sides. Y'all see a pattern here? A little bit? What's the square root of y squared? Y. Very good. What's the square root of 36? 6. So y is equal to 6. Are we okay? And in actuality, all of these could be plus or minus 6. So this could be plus or minus 6, because even if you say negative 6 times negative 6, isn't negative 6 times negative 6 still a positive 36? Hello?
Yeah.
So all these can be plus or minus. Y'all didn't say anything, so I gotta say, hey, how you doing? All right, let's do number 4. The answer could be plus or minus, okay? All right, or positive or negative. Let's try another one. Let's do the number first. Let's do 144. Let's make it equal to, give me another letter. We already did, somebody said Z. So let's do Z squared. All right. How do we solve for just Z? Find the square root on both sides. What's the square root of 144? 12. Good job. It can be plus or minus 12, can it? Because a negative 12 times a negative 12 is still going to give you a positive 144. Christian, write this down. All right. See if you can do this one on your own. You ready to try one or two? All right. Let's put the letter first this time. Let's do W squared is equal to, and let's do 121. See if you can get that, okay? Do this one on your own. Don't say aloud. Just try it on your own, okay? All right. Here we go. All right. What did you do to get rid of the squared? Find the square root. Do it on both sides, right? So what's the square root of W squared? Just W. Good job, y'all. What's the square root of 121? Plus or minus 11, right? Any questions? Okay. Now let's do cube root. You ready? I'm going to put this one here. So now when you do, what is the opposite? I'm put right here. What is the opposite? Okay. What is the opposite of cubing a number? Cube root. The opposite of cubing a number is cube root. What does the cube root symbol look like? Anybody remember? It looks like a square root symbol, but it has what in the corner? A 3. Don't forget that this is part of the symbol. The little 3 is in the corner. Not in front of it, but in the corner. This is a symbol. That's the cube root symbol. So now we're going to try some cube roots, okay? You ready? All right, we'll try a simple one. Let's do 8. Let's make it equal to, let's do x to the third power. All right, we want to figure out what is x. All right. How do we get rid of x to the third? How do we get rid of the third power? What's the opposite of cubing a number? Cube root. DJ, you understand that, babe? The opposite of cubing a number, when you see this 3, you're going to use cube root. When you see the 2, you're going to use square root. 3, cube root. 2, square root.
Okay, so basically the opposite of it is just the 3.
The opposite of cube root, opposite of cubing a number is cube root. The opposite of squaring a number is square root. Okay. So we're going to do cube root on both sides. So think, what one number can be multiplied times itself 3 times to give you 8? 2 can. Very good. So this is 2. What can be multiplied times itself 3 times to give you x to the third? Just x. This is your answer. Do you see that? And it's just positive. You can't say plus or minus here because a negative times a negative times a negative is going to be a negative. So it has to be a positive. These are going to be positive. These could be positive and negative, but these have to be a positive answer. Questions? You're going to see that on your test. It's going to try to trick you. It's going to have the option 2, and it's going to have plus or minus 2. Don't choose plus or minus 2 for cubes. Choose just the one that is positive. For square roots, choose plus or minus. For cubes, choose only the positive ones. Any questions? Okay. I feel like some people wasn't really listening to me when I said that. That happens a lot. I'll try to say it again in a few. All right, let's do 64 this time. So let's put the variable first. So let's use b squared is equal to 64. Oh, cube. So let's cube it. The opposite of cubing a number is cube root. Little 3 in the corner. What is the cube root of b to the third power? Just b. Jaden, sit up. Write this down, please. What's the cube root of 64? 4, because 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. Good job. So my answer here is positive 4. Just positive 4. Not negative, just positive. All right, let's do another one. Let's do the letter first again. Yes, baby? I know, Barletto has it. Let's see. She knows I have it. What letter y'all want to use? L. Let's use L to the third. And let's do, which one? 343. Okay. That's where knowing the cube roots by heart will come in handy. All right, so now, how do I get rid of to the third power or cubing? What's the opposite of cubing a number? Cube root. So we're going to do the cube root on both sides. Little 3 in the corner. Don't forget about it. Little 3 in the corner. What is the cube root of L to the third power? L. Very good. What's the cube root of 343? 7. 7 times 7 times 7 is 343. Great job, y'all. Just positive 7, not negative, just positive. Any questions? All right, these are the ones that I want us to practice. We're going to put this on page 9 where we're practicing. Yes, baby? Yes, ma'am. Look at I don't know what I was thinking there. Equation practice. All right. So we're going to do this. Okay. You see where it says your turn? This is where you start. Okay? I want you to work out as many as you can. I want you to work out as many as you can. Actually, we should just probably do this side. You really only need that side anyway. Because I did the examples. I did those examples already. So just do this side, please. And I'm going to stop the video. I want you to keep working. It's not time to go yet. We got a couple minutes. Yes, baby. Piece of paper. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot.